SalesTrip's intelligent trip request streamlines the pre-trip approval process, taking the guesswork out of travel expenses whilst saving time. Administered through a single trip management page, employees can research, submit and book a trip directly in Salesforce. Let's look at how this works. Let's book a trip to visit a prospect to progress a deal. We'll name the trip Rose Associates Deal Progression and put it against a business purpose, the Rose Associates Opportunity. We're travelling to San Francisco, so let's put that in Where To and save. Our destination and destination country fields have automatically updated. You can add a start and end date for the trip, but it's not mandatory. It will pull from the flight details once booked. Having already researched the cost of flights and accommodation in SalesTrip, we simply enter estimated amounts and submit them for approval. We save and then we're ready to submit this trip request to our manager. We can add any additional commentary in the comments box. Next, we switch to the Approving Managers view. They're notified about the trip request and can review all critical information to assess whether the trip is necessary to close the deal. In this case, there's just one approval required, but there can be multi-level approvals if necessary. Let's go back to the requester and see that the trip has been approved. We can now see the flight and accommodation spend is approved and we can book the travel against the sales opportunity, but all the while with visibility of the approved budget. Let's now search for a flight against this trip. We can scroll down our choice of options and see any that are out of budget. These are unable to be booked. This ensures policy compliance. Let's book the first flight in the list. Now if we return to view our trip, we can see that the flight spend has been allocated. We can also see the trip dates have been updated to reflect the flight details. Let's switch to the expense view. Here we can see an expense was automatically created for that flight. So there you have it, a fast and efficient way to manage trip approvals for both employees and managers, saving time and improving cost control.